Admit it, at some point you've dreamed of being part of the Scooby Gang. But there are some things about your favorite supernatural crime-fighting band of misfits that even you don't know. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down the top 5 surprising facts about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Beware of minor spoilers, so if you wig out because you find out something you shouldn't have, don't say we didn't warn you.
And if you're not too swamped with catching up, you should come by the Bronze tonight.
Number 5. There were numerous casting changes.
Books smell musty and rich. The knowledge gained from a computer it has no texture.
While the casting of Giles was a no-brainer, in fact, Anthony Stewart Head was chosen on the very first day of casting, some of the other characters we know and love could have turned out entirely differently.
Is there a problem, ma'am?
David Boreanaz didn't even mean to audition for the role of Angel.
What do you want?
The same thing you do.
He was literally just walking his dog when a friend of the casting director spotted him.
Let's just say I'm a friend.
As for the Scooby Gang, Charisma Carpenter and Sarah Michelle Gellar originally wanted each other's roles, and a different actress was first cast as Willow in the show's unaired pilot.
Willow, right? Why? I mean, hi.
James Marsters, who isn't actually British, auditioned for Spike's character with a Texan accent. How weird would that have been?
It would have been like Woodstock.
Number 4. Willow almost wasn't gay.
Shh, darling. Can't do this.
From the get-go, creator Joss Whedon knew he definitely wanted one of Buffy's friends to be gay. He just couldn't decide whether it would be Willow or Xander.
What do you say?
Obviously, he ended up choosing Willow, who came to terms with her sexuality in season 4 and began dating Tara.
We'll start out slow. Okay.
But even so, fans have been quick to point out moments from the show that hint at Xander being gay, and contemplate whether Whedon did that on purpose because he still wasn't sure which direction he wanted to go in until much later on in the series. We wonder who Xander's love interest would have been.
That must be Angel, I think.
Number 3. The gentlemen were inspired by a dream. Remember those creepy ghouls from the episode where everyone loses their voice? Who could ever forget? With their floating bodies and sinister smiles, we wouldn't be surprised if fans had nightmares about them after that episode. In fact, that's actually where Joss Whedon got the idea from after dreaming about the figures gliding towards his bed. Rather than be disturbed by the nightmare, he brought the idea to a makeup artist, so the creatures could be recreated for the show. He wanted viewers to be equally as spooked by them as he was, and also took the opportunity to get artistically creative and create an episode with minimal dialogue. Number 2. You can study Buffy in school.
Welcome to Sunnydale. A clean slate, Buffy. That's what you get here. What's past is past.
Did you know that the Buffyverse is the #1 pop culture phenomenon studied in academia? They call it Buffy Studies. Yep, some universities actually offer classes about various aspects of the show. For instance, how it deals with gender, family, and feminism.
And they see it as really fitting with their own ideas of what they're studying. And it's astonishing. It's just such complex work.
In addition, not only is Buffy the most studied subject in pop culture, but according to a study conducted by Slate, there are actually twice as many of these courses, as well as conferences and academic papers, than any other item in popular culture.
Open to freshmen. You might like that.
The Alien franchise, The Wire, and The Simpsons all have a decent presence in the academic field, but none come close to the likes of Buffy.
Buffy Summers. Come on down to the front here.
Number 1. There was almost an animated version of the show.
Run.
Joss Whedon was always adamant about wanting an animated Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And in 2002, an animated version of the show was finally greenlit for production, with almost all of the original cast returning, with the exception of Sarah Michelle Gellar, who wasn't interested in reprising her role.
Be a long time coming. Years if ever.
Buffy would have been voiced instead by Giselle Lauren, who voiced her for past video games as well.
You can keep running, but you know I'm gonna dust your ugly carcass eventually.
However, to the disappointment of Whedon, no network was interested in picking up the series. We know it's not the same, but at least Buffy's legacy continues to live on within the comic book universe, with issues still being written today.
Yeah, Buffy. What are we gonna do now?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.